Robbie, it looks like you're ready to go fishing.
I am. It's gonna be a beautiful day. It's foggy and the sun's gonna come out.
Plug check.
Plugs in.
Good morning, everyone. We're coming to you today from the Newport Marina boat launch here in Bellevue, Washington. You know, when you think about perch fishing in the winter, at least I always think about ice and cold temperatures and drilling holes, but not so on the west side of the state. Out here, we have mild temperatures and we get a lot of rain, windy days, but every once in a while you get some nice bluebird weather. We're gonna have one of those days today. So we're gonna show you some winter perch fishing techniques. It's a little different from summer and fall fishing when the perch are in shallow. They're in 10 to 20 that time of year, but this time of year, they're down deep. Hop on board with us and let's go get some perch. Let's go fishing. Today with Robbie Sy. He's our camera guy with Northwest Fishing Reports. We also have a guest, Randy Rauscher. He's a longtime member of Northwest Fishing Reports. He does a lot of blackmouth fishing, so this is a big change for him. But at least he won't be bouncing all around the boat.
Good morning. Glad to be out here this morning with Mike and Robbie. It's my first time actually intentionally going after perch. Caught a few by accident over the years, but it's going to be a new experience and it's going to be fun this morning.
When you're winter fishing for perch, they're down deep. So we're going to be fishing, like I said, anywhere from 60 to 90 feet today. On the fish finder, you're not necessarily going to see big clouds of perch. They're all hugging the bottom and, you know, right off the bottom, maybe up 1-2 feet. So it's really vital that you're on the bottom. Boat control is pretty important. If you've read reports on Northwest Fishing Reports on the walleye fishing on Lake Roosevelt, where they're jigging for walleye at 90 to 150 feet deep, it's kind of like that. We're going to get our gear down on the bottom and we're going to keep it on the bottom. We're not going to be doing big jigging motions. It's strictly little shaking type stuff. Those perch, if they're there, they'll come, and you don't have to be jigging fast and getting the bait away from them. They'll come to you.
That one. That one. Where's on the boat?
It's not in the boat yet, Robbie.
Oh, that's true. Whoa, look at him.
That's not bad. That's in that.
First fish in the boat.
That is in that 9-inch range. We're going to keep that guy for sure, eh?
Yeah.
When you've got your first fish, you can keep using the worms. I mean, obviously they work, but I like to take the first perch that we catch and actually cut little chunks. Perch are carnivores. They will just go after their own kind like nobody's business. And the perch meat with the thick skin really stays on the hook well. You can catch multiple perch with just a couple chunks of perch. Definitely something for you to try. I'm gonna cut a couple of chunks and show you what that looks like. We're gonna cut them right behind the gill plate here. Cut a little triangle chunk off of there. And then we'll cut this into 2 chunks, just about like so. Drop shot hook. Go through the skin. That skin is incredibly tough, you'll find out. That's gonna stay on through fish after fish after fish. You can use 2 hooks here on Lake Washington, and we're all ready to go. There's our weight. Just a nice little drop shot system.
Oh, there we go. There we go. a nice one. Just lift them over, Mike.
That is a nice one. Yep, just hoist them in.
It's a big fat one.
That's what we're looking for, right?
Wahoo! My first perch!
Sweet.
Nice fat one.
Yeah, it is. Watch those fins. They
are sharp. 10 inches.
solid 10 inch.
Solid 10 inches.
What a difference between that and the 9-inch fish, though. I mean,
this is a big fat one.
Yeah, it is. Winter perch fishing is all about keeping your bait right on the bottom, because that's where these fish are. They are just in the mud down there. And I can tell already we're just drifting a little too fast. The angle on the rod, making contact with the bottom, it's not good. You don't want to have like a 45-degree angle. You want to be pretty much suspended right over the boat. So there's a couple things you can do, and what we're going to do today is put out a couple windsocks. So we'll get those going, slow down our drift, and see if that makes a difference. There we go. Fish on.
Got one, Mike?
Oh, got my first one. Oh, look at that little thing.
Bullhead or
A little sculpin.
Sculpin.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a decent sized fish here. We're down 88 feet now as we've been drifting along. So this is caught on a chunk of perch, and that is a nice fish. Wow. Look at that.
Look at that. That's a fat little fish.
Yeah, that's a fat one. You see these spines on the back of this perch? Boy, you got to be careful with these. Definitely lay them down with your fingers when you're holding the perch. The other thing is, just like walleye, the gill plates are sharp as well. In fact, walleye are in the perch family, so they're very similar eating fish. Taste-wise, you know, a lot of guys out here, Western Washington, bemoan the fact that there's no walleye out here, and granted, these fish aren't as big as walleye, but they taste every bit as good as the walleye you get out in Eastern Washington. Check this out. I've caught a couple of perch already on these little chunks of perch meat. They're still holding up good. Drop it back down and get another one. Robbie, you're on fire all of a sudden.
Yeah, look how fat she is.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Look at that. So we're using level lined reels and a pretty stiff action rod with braid. We want to feel that bottom. So you don't want a slow action rod. You want something that's, there you go.
There you go.
Oh, that one's a baby.
Awesome back.
Awesome back.
Holy moly. Another nice fat one. Pulling in the bucket.
That heater feels kind of good.
Yes, it does. I'm gonna hug it in a few minutes here.
Got a double on here, Mike.
Yeah, not very big. Yeah, normally we would be thrilled about a double, but those can go back.
Yeah, those are going back in the water.
There we go. There we go. Fish on. Yeah. I don't think this one's too big.
Good fish, Mike?
You know what? He'll go in the bucket. It's not bad. They definitely are biting lighter. You really got to just sort of set the hook the second you start to feel feel them nibbling.
Haven't caught any fish for a while.
You do.
I used the guts this time.
Use the guts. They don't care. Nothing.
Another beautiful fish. Big fish, Mike?
Hey, you know what? Yeah, not bad. We're finding a nice consistent sized fish today. We're getting there.
Mike, thanks for helping me untwist my line, but I still have the fish on. This is a lot of fun, but it's cold.
It is winter. Gotta dress right. Oh, that's a nice fish. Bring that guy in.
Oh,
Bring him in.
look at that one.
Wow.
That's how you fish for perch. And this is how you hold it. I'm gonna put it on the bucket before I drop him. Nice.
We've almost filled up our bucket. Everyone's really persevered. The wind has made things kind of chilly today, but we got a lot of perch, so we're gonna head back to the marina and we will show you how to fillet a perch. It's pretty simple. Once you learn the technique, you can have nice boneless fillets. We've come to the end of a productive day of winter perch fishing here on Lake Washington. I really want to thank Robbie and Randy for coming out with me and helping catch a bucket full of fish. I'm going to show you technique on filleting these perch. It's really quick and easy. And one thing I should mention, on Lake Washington there's no limit on how many perch you can keep. This lake, as I mentioned earlier, is just got a ton of perch in it, probably millions of perch. So you're not going to damage the resource, and in actuality it helps the resource by working on the populations here. You also should be aware there is a health advisory for perch when you catch them out of Lake Washington. Check out the WDFW website for recommendations on how much perch you can eat out of Lake Washington. Currently, it's 1 meal a week for an adult, and they advise against pregnant women eating any perch out of this lake. So, that said, let's take a look at how I like to fillet the perch, and it'll give you a nice boneless fillet that you can fry up in your pan and deep fry. Really, just like walleye, delicious fish. We got our fillet away fish mat here. We're going to take a start by cutting behind the gill plate. Straight across is how I like to do it. Then I take my knife and I'm going to cut along the backbone of the fish. Just cut straight down. Now, here's the tricky part. Do not cut through the skin. That's the most important part of this whole procedure. Look at that big old female there, lots of eggs. Bring this fillet around, take your knife, cut in, up to the skin, and then just cut through like so. You don't even need to worry about this because there is not enough meat there to make a difference. Then the last cut is going to be to get this rib cage off here. Like so. And so. Give that a rinse. And now you've got a nice little fillet that's boneless, bread that up, put it in a pan and fry it up, and you're eating good. All right, well there it is. Winter perch fishing here on Lake Washington. Hope you guys got some good information and give it a try. It's really a fun fishery. We'll see you guys on the water and online. Hey everybody, we're back in my kitchen after a productive day of perch fishing, and I want to show you a tool that's going to make your perch cleaning and walleye cleaning, for that matter, a whole lot easier. It's a power electric knife. This is going to allow you to cut through these fish and make these fillets in no time sharp. So I'll show you how quickly it takes to do a fish, and that's going to give you a lot of confidence that you can bring home a big pile of perch, and it's not going to take you all night to fillet them out. So let's check out the technique. We're going to cut from behind the gill plate down to the end, but we want to stop short of cutting through the tail. So it's going to look like this. You're cutting right along. You're going to cut right along the center bone there. Then cut down through this way. But you're going to go right along that skin. See how nice this cuts, this electric knife? Now we don't need the rib cage here, and that's the main bone that we want to get rid of. So we're just going to cut through there. Because on a little perch, there just isn't enough meat there to bother with. So look at that. Isn't that a beautiful fillet? Put that off to the side. Now we're going to flip our fish over. Do the same thing on this side. Cut right up to the spine. Come through to the end, just short of cutting through. Our second cut this way, and then cut off the rib cage. Just like so. So that's you know, these are like 9-10 inch fish, but as you can see, we're going to start piling up a nice collection of fish, and by the time we're done, we'll clean these afterwards, of course. We'll have a nice pile of fish for our efforts, and it won't take that long to cut these all up. As you can see, it didn't take too long to cut the fillets off of both sides of that fish. This knife really makes a huge difference. So if you're gonna catch 50, 75 perch, this will save a whole lot of time in the cleaning process. So hope that helps, and go out and get yourself a big pile of fish.